Good morning. How are you today? Good, good, awesome. Did you have a good snow break, kind of? Yeah, yeah. Did you make a snowman? Anybody make a snowman? No. How about snow fight? Yes, yes, you did it? Yeah. I tried to make a snowman, but it didn't work. Somehow the snow was so dry, so I cannot put together. Yeah, is it the same reason you could not make a snowman?
It was too like it wouldn't like clump together.
Yeah, yeah. So I could not make it either. Yeah. So I really like the snowy day, but I do not like the traffic and hard to come to school. But we made it. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. Is there anybody you have a hard time to come here to the on the campus? Yes, you had a hard time. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming. Yes, yes. Yeah, hilly part. It's kind of hard to come here. Yeah, but I'm so glad you made it here. We are talking about brain. Yeah, brain. Did you bring your brain? Yeah, touch your brain. So today is the day we are going to talk about all the brain functions and activity. Did you still bring those? Did you still have the paper? Your brain activities while you're driving a car? Yeah, that's the paper. That's our first assignment. Anybody you need that paper? Raise your hand. I mean, it's on the blackboard, but okay, here you go. Okay, awesome. So your assignment is you need to fill in all the function of the brain, and then backside we are going to create a story together with your partner who is next to you where we are going, and when you drive your car, how where of your brain area is activating. So I'm going to kind of go over a little bit. We've been talking about hindbrain. Seems like a long time ago we kind of learned all the functions. So I'm going to go over gently here. So hindbrain, we talk about pons. Also, yeah, we talk about medulla, very important function. So if you haven't write down, maybe this is a great chance. You can kind of write down those, function of each brain area. So pons is activating while you are sleeping. So when you dream, actually you do not jump around, because pons kind of inhibit your body movement. So you can dream, yeah, you can kind of fly, but still you do not move your body. So medulla is the life-sustaining device, breathing, swallowing. That's really relating with the medulla. Maybe car accident happen and somebody cannot breathe well and cannot swallow. Maybe medulla part is maybe broken. That can be the reason. And here, we've been talking about reticular formation, alarming sound, and when you're kind of attentive, being alert, maybe you need some, drink some caffeine, like a coffee or tea, and energy drink, kind of being alert, make you being alert, that kind of part. And we've been talking about also cerebellum, which is small brain. Cerebellum does include lots of, the controlling part and coordinating our body. So when you drive, actually kind of keep car balance and keep kind of going further front, yeah, kind of pressing your right a leg and pedal down, and that's all the cerebellum too, the function of cerebellum. So when you swim, like a freestyle swimming, you can kind of keep moving your arm and breathing. Yeah, those are all relating with the cerebellum and making a good balance. If something wrong with the cerebellum, maybe the person cannot walk well because balancing had some problem. And when you bicycling, yeah. Anybody you love bicycling, yeah? Kind of like you moving keep your legs, yeah. That kind of helps your relating with the cerebellum function. Okay, so we kind of talk about that part. And thalamus too, those are kind of middle area limbic system, kind of middle part of the brain. So can you show me your two hands, yeah, like this? And try to show me the index finger, yeah? And imagine we kind of near your ears right here, and maybe kind of imagine you kind of touch inside of your brain. You will meet thalamus. Thalamus is really important because it's all the sensory processing those center. So when you see me, right? You see me, you hear my voice, yeah? And you taste certain things, yeah? You can kind of touch. Everything is go through thalamus in your brain, and then sending those signals to the upper part of your brain, but not smelling. We will talk about smelling, nose, yeah, sensation, next chapter. So smelling does not send it to the thalamus. Smell, it's relating with the olfactory verb directly connected it. So it doesn't need to be sent to the thalamus and then sending to the upper part. It will send directly to the olfactory verb. But I'm going to explain one more time when you reach the chapter 3. Okay, so limbic system, today is the day. We haven't talked about this one. So today's lecture, we will begin here. Limbic system, those are relating with your emotion and memory function. There's a story of Henry Molaison. So hypothalamus, do you remember the thalamus, right? Thalamus is sensory receptor center. Whenever you do hear and then taste and then see, everything go through the thalamus, right? Those are hypo. Hypo means under thalamus. So thalamus is kind of in the middle, in the center, and those kind of pinkish part, purple part, those are hypothalamus. Under thalamus, So you can kind of assume go all the way down, you may touch the thalamus, but under, right beneath of those thalamus, hypothalamus. Those are relating with the homeostasis. Everybody, anybody, do you feel, are you feel hungry now? Maybe I'm hungry now. Little bit, a little bit of you, hungry. So hunger and you're thirsty. Anybody you feel like a little thirsty? Yes, So hunger and thirst and also sexual desire, those are relating with the hypothalamus. Try to make our body homeostasis, kind of going back to normal state. So let's say when you drive your car going to Tulsa area, going to San Antonio, I do not remember. Some of you are going to, where is it? Destin, I think. So when you go there, before reaching your destination, you may feel hungry. So when you see M sign, like a yellow M, what is that? The fast food restaurant. Usually you stop by and maybe using some restroom and get some, like a drink and M sign, and you see like a big M sign? McDonald's. McDonald's, So if you go to McDonald's, what is your favorite food you would order? Anybody?
Chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich, kind of spicy chicken sandwich or regular chicken sandwich?
Spicy,
Anybody different thing? If you go to McDonald's, what do you order usually? Kind of stop by on the way when you drive to go somewhere else. Coffee? Smoothie? I usually have some chicken nugget. Chicken nugget. Anybody you love chicken nugget there? Like McDonald's? What is your favorite sauce for the chicken nugget?
Hot mustard.
Hot mustard?
Hot mustard.
I've never tasted those hot mustard. I usually choose a sweet and sour. But so maybe you can put that story into your creating your story too. So you feel hungry and try to maybe feel hunger, kind of quench your hunger and thirst. So you stop by McDonald's, you stop by maybe Starbucks and having some drink and order chicken nugget, and then feeling good and then go back to your car and then drive. Those are hypothalamus, kind of function of your brain, and amygdala, fearful and fear, emotion, and motivation. So amygdala is right there, kind of a little pea size, small, like a red part. Those are small, but it does include, relating with your emotion and motivation, really big portion of emotion. Usually relating with your fearful emotion. Anybody you feel like a fearful very often, like anxious, everything, pretty much fear every like a moment. Me too, So probably people say it's amygdala is activating too sensitively. Part of that you may feel like more fearful comparing to other people, and size-wise it can be smaller and bigger, can be relating with your fear, relating with the emotion. But remember, amygdala, it's relating with your emotion, especially fearful emotion. So hippocampus, those are little area like orange part in this picture, those are hippocampus. You need to remember at least function of hippocampus. So when you come to campus, RSU campus, what do you do usually? when you come to campus? Study. Try to learn, try to learn. And remember, maybe today's lecture, you try to remember for preparing for your exam 1, right? And try to remember, memorize, and understand, understand, memorize, and keep into your brain. Those are relating with the hippocampus. So hippocampus is relating with memory, especially spatial memory and long-term memory. There's a person's name, Henry Molaison. Henry Molaison, we call him like HM. I have the story about Henry Molaison. Luis, is it still okay to read that part? Yeah, the portion? Okay, so those are story, Henry Molaison. So listen carefully and maybe summarize to me what's happening to him, okay? Yeah, thank you, Luis, thank you.
Henry Molaison is one of the people most responsible for our knowledge about the connection between the hippocampus and anterograde amnesia. Henry wasn't a researcher, but a man who suffered from severe epilepsy. In 1953, he underwent an experimental brain surgery in which the hippocampus was removed. That surgery improved his epilepsy, but it had another unexpected effect. For the 55 remaining years of his life, Henry could not form new memories. After the surgery, he couldn't learn people's names or remember new information. He repeatedly completed the same puzzles without getting bored. Because they were new to him, every time he did them, Henry and his family allowed researchers to conduct hundreds of studies on him while he was alive and donated his brain to science after his death. His contributions have greatly increased our understanding of the function of the hippocampus.
Okay, thank you so much. So, there's a person whose name was Henry Molaison, but people call him like HM through lots of psychological those experiment and interview. He had a suffering those epilepsy, like a seizuring. Yeah, so he kind of suffered too much, and doctor kind of suggests maybe we need to remove those part of your brain, and the part was the hippocampus. Do you remember what's the function of hippocampus? That's relating with your memory, spatial and long-term memory, especially when you kind of broken those hippocampus area, you cannot make a new memory. You cannot make a new memory. So which means Henry Molaison luckily relieved those epilepsy, which is good thing, right? After surgery. But the problem is, so whenever in the morning, doctors and nurses, they need to introduce him. Hi, good morning, Henry Molaison. Yeah, good morning, Henry. How are you today? And next morning, Henry does not remember anything because cannot make a new memory from that surgery. So it says his 55 remaining years, everything is new. Imagine if you are in that situation. Everything is new, which is good because, you have no memory. You cannot build up new memory from now on because you got the surgery, remove those hippocampus. So even your wife, your son and daughter, and your all relatives and doctors and other friends, they need to introduce every day to you because you cannot remember anything. You may have some, like a memory like before, but usually hippocampus removed, people have suffering some anterograde amnesia, which means you cannot make a new memory. Maybe just think a little bit. Do you feel like the life will be more exciting? Because, everything is new, totally new. You need to kind of begin with, reset. and reset. Talk together who is next to you. If you have maybe suffering those cannot make anterograde, the new memory, suffering some anterograde amnesia, how would you feel? Do you feel like it will be kind of exciting life, or I don't think that's not exciting life. I really need to having those friendship and relationship. It will be long lasting. So talk together who is next to you. Try to thinking about Henry Molaison. Okay.
I lost my memory.
I think like you wouldn't.
Start over again.
Like you don't mind memory.
It'd be pretty cool. Accomplish knowledge again.
Exactly. So every time I walk in, I'm like, what's your name?
Be terrified.
What's your name?
But like, I
think it would
wouldn't
be
be
sad.
terrified because I wouldn't.
It's
Like certain
like
aspects would be.
I lost my memory.
Yeah.
it's like Alzheimer's
If I was oblivious,
in a way.
sure, because I wouldn't care. Like absolutely terrifying that I don't know the people that are around me.
Because I won't remember anybody's name.
55 years is crazy.
Yeah.
Because like, you see yourself like growing old, like the memory of like a 27-year-old guy.
You just spawned in.
So you're just like looking at this dog on imagine you know what I'm saying? I feel like
Alright, we need to keep rewatching it because
it's but there is some like,
I guess not.
You may talk to the Jane.
I don't want like years of my life.
Okay. Anybody? How would you feel like if you cannot make a new memory anymore? Do you feel like yes?
I guess I wouldn't feel any way because I feel like I'd be oblivious like in his situation, but from an outside perspective, I'd be pretty scared.
Because I think Henry Molaison himself, it's a word, it's my word, right? So doesn't experience. The people do not remember, right? But I guess outside the people like his family and maybe girlfriend and maybe partner, and they were really sad, right? They need to introduce every moment and every other day, right?
I mean, he was like 27 when it happened. So imagine like waking up in the morning and like you go to the bathroom and you look in the mirror and you're like, I thought it was this 27-year-old guy. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like implanted in your memories back before you had your
That's right.
just like removed. So
Yes,
I feel like that'd be a little scary every single day.
Wow, that's really tragic kind of surgery. After that, he was relieved from the epilepsy, but it's another big problem, right? Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. So let's kind of go back and review one more time. Here, maybe show me your index finger and try to kind of put in your kind of near around the ear and imagine kind of touching there. You're touching thalamus. Anybody, would you tell me what's the function of thalamus? You already wrote down, and please read it for me.
Relays information.
Okay, yeah, it's all relating sensory, relating information. Everything go through thalamus and sending those signals to the upper part of your brain. Very good. And under thalamus, those are hypothalamus. What's the function of hypothalamus? Anybody? Would you like to talk? Very good, very good. Try to make your body balanced, right? So if you feel thirsty and hungry, you will get back to it after eating. Yes, thank you. How about if you're kind of looking at your amygdala, like a pea-sized small area, but it's relating with your motivation and emotion. Very good. Very good, very good. Motivation, emotional control, relating with a fearful emotion. Yeah, so that's the amygdala. And hippocampus, you need to remember at least this one, hippocampus. Whenever you come to campus, what do? It's relating with learning, memory, and understanding, those are portion of hippocampus in your brain. Those are cingulate cortex. It's relating with the limbic system and involve your emotion and cognitive processing. But that's the part of the limbic system. Limbic system, kind of middle part of your brain. Let's keep going. Let's talk about, kind of frontal lobe, upper part of your brain, cerebellum and cerebral cortex. So if you're kind of looking at your brain, it's like a helmet. You're wearing like a helmet. Yeah. Anybody, have you ever ride those motorcycle? Motorcycle? Yeah. So Sam, whenever you ride a motorcycle, do you wear a helmet?
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to. Okay.
It's too dangerous not to. And
It's not worth it.
Yeah. So, looks like, the kind of imagine helmet all the time, kind of outer side of your brain. So it's hard. It's kind of hard. It's not that too hard, but it's kind of hard comparing to like a limbic system and, hind brain. So those are cerebral cortex. If you're looking at here, it's a wrinkled area. So winkling part, I think I explained, winkling part gives us some, better information putting inside. Imagine this is the information you need to put in your brain, but it can be too big, yeah. But winkle, if you kind of winkle, make it, yeah, the winkling part, it's much smaller. You can put inside of your brain, right? Those are wrinkling part relating with the higher and upper portion of your brain, make you more, decision making clear compared to other animals. Yeah, better and maybe more function of your brain. Understanding, we need to talk about corpus callosum, CC. Corpus callosum. Those are really thick band. We do have two hemispheres, left hemisphere and right hemisphere. Everybody, can you move your right arm? Yeah, hello. Very good, very good. So in that sense, your left hemisphere is activating. Yeah. Everybody, can you move your left arm? Yeah, left arm. Yeah, left arm. Very good, very good. Your right hemisphere, those part is activating. But since we are connecting those brain left hemisphere and right hemisphere, connecting with the CC, corpus callosum. Write down, on your paper, the function of corpus callosum, right? It will be on your exam too. So corpus callosum, kind of connecting, kind of thick band, connecting between your left hemisphere and right hemisphere. So cerebral cortex, those are outer layer of cerebellum, just like a helmet you are wearing. But since we've been talking about maybe hippocampus, relating with our spatial and long-term memory, and amygdala, it's relating with motivation and fearful emotion. Even though we learned kind of specialized function of each brain area, our brain is all connected. Associating each other. So something wrong with maybe left hemisphere of a certain part of a language production. Somehow when you are young, you got some accident, you broke that area. If it happened when you are very young, your right hemisphere take the role, compensate each other. Helping each other, association, kind of associating each other. That's the big function of your brain. So here, cortex, we've been talking about cortex and corticalization, those winkling part. So allows a much larger area of cortical cells to exist in a small space inside of the skull. Those the name is corticalization. Okay, so cerebral hemisphere, we do have two sections of cortex, left and right hemisphere, and corpus callosum, it's a connecting thick band, connecting your left hemisphere and right hemisphere. So let's talk about this. Left hemisphere. Emma, if you don't mind, could you read the function of left hemisphere?
Controls right hand. Spoken language, written language, mathematical calculations, logical thought processes, analysis of detail, and reading.
Thank you so much. Kaylee, if you don't mind, could you read right hemisphere, the function?
Controls left hand, nonverbal, visual, spatial perception, music and artistic processing, emotional thought and recognition, processes the whole pattern recognition and facial recognition.
Thank you so much. I mean, our hemisphere, left hemisphere and right hemisphere, is connected to each other. So obviously we are using both sides of the brain function. So, but if you are kind of thinking about choose only one, and you feel like, I think I'm using more left hemisphere, left brain, more than right brain. Or I think I'm more using right brain, right hemisphere than left hemisphere, or maybe left brain. Talk together who is next to you. I mean, we are using both, but do you feel like I'm using more left hemisphere, maybe left brain, more kind of activating comparing to right brain? Yeah. So talk together who is next to you. Okay?
What do you think? Spoken right.
Spoken language.
Not
I feel like we'd use the left more, like it could actually school.
Okay, I mean, since we are all connected, the left hemisphere and right hemisphere, we are using both, but is there anybody you feel like, I think I'm using more left hemisphere? Okay, yeah, couple of two people, yeah, three. How about, I think I'm kind of a little bit more using right hemisphere. Okay, interesting. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So kind of half and half. I mean, we are using both hemisphere because connecting. Do you remember the connecting band? What's the name of those connecting band? Corpus callosum. Yeah. So, but you realize if you're looking at here, left hemisphere, the function of left hemisphere, it's relating with language, spoken language, and written language. Yeah. So scientists and scholars find it out. Left hemisphere and right hemisphere through localization and lateralization, thinking about some specialty, left brain is heavily relating with your language function, language production, and language comprehension. People realized, I mean, the scholars find it out. Right hemisphere, it's relating with your non-verbal and visual spatial perception, grab it and draw. Yeah, without speaking, can you draw, can you grab it? Those are relating with more like a right hemisphere. Because I want to introduce a patient about who did split brain surgery. Yeah, so maybe you may feel more like a, understanding the portion. So this is like a brain, this is the brain. If you're looking at pink area, yeah, pink area, those are right visual field. Right visual field, what do you see? Baseball? Is it baseball? Softball? What's the difference between baseball and softball? I know the size, the softball is bigger, yeah, but maybe those patterns are same. Yeah, so baseball and maybe let's say it's a baseball because they didn't say baseball. So what do you see here? You can say, oh, it's a baseball. I do see baseball, and you can say it's a baseball, right? Yeah. And when you kind of see the right visual field, that means your left hemisphere is activating. Yeah, your left hemisphere is activating. And let's look at the blue area. Right now, you see only the left visual field, yeah? So right hemisphere is activating. So when you see left visual field, what do you see? A hammer, yes, it's a hammer. Now, I mean, you can say it's a hammer, right? But imagine somebody who suffers some epilepsy, like a very severe seizure, they need to cut corpus callosum. What's the function of corpus callosum? Connecting left hemisphere and right hemisphere. So imagine it's not connected anymore. Yeah, so here, so experiment was like this, a split brain patient showing only right visual field. Yeah, right visual field. It's not connected anymore. Your brain is not connected anymore. So when you kind of see right visual field, left hemisphere is activating, right? What do you see? Yeah, it's a ball, right? Because the left hemisphere is relating with your language production and language comprehension. So let's see. It's a ball, no problem. Because even though it's disconnected, when you see like a right visual field, it's relating with the left hemisphere, okay? The second experiment was when you're kind of looking at the left side of your vision, yeah, what do you see? They kind of ask here. I saw nothing. Because in only showing the left visual field, that means relating with your right hemisphere. Right hemisphere does not relating with the language. Yeah, it's more like a grabbing and draw, right? So what do you see? I saw nothing. Yeah. But can you draw? Can you grab those objects? They can do that. You feel like, oh, I do not understand. Yeah, because always our left hemisphere and right hemisphere is connected, so we didn't have those problems. But imagine they sever, cut those corpus callosum. After that, it can happen. So let's do one more time. So split brain surgery. On the right field, visual field, do you see the word? What is that? Banana. Yeah, banana. Anybody, you love a banana? I like banana too. So when you're kind of looking at here, there's no connection. X means there's no connection. Left hemisphere and right hemisphere, there's no connection. So what do you see? Oh, banana, because left hemisphere is activating. But when you kind of show the visual field, the left screen on that, yeah, what do you see? Nothing. Can you draw? Can you draw? What do you see? Can you grab? That person can do it because those are relating with the right hemisphere. Yeah, since those are like severed, split clearly, that's kind of happening to that patient. So that was interesting, split brain surgery. Let's talk about upper part of the brain. Those are 4 lobes. Occipital lobe, temporal lobe, and parietal lobe, and frontal lobe. Can you touch, everybody, your back side of your brain? Thank you so much. Yeah, that's relating with occipital lobe. Occipital lobe, it will be on your exam. Occipital lobe, relating with your vision. And temporal lobe, near your yellow part, ear, near ear, relating with your hearing. Hearing, yeah. And can you touch on top of your brain? Those are parietal lobe, perception and sensation. Very good. Can you touch like a frontal lobe of your brain? Frontal lobe, very important. That makes us special and unique compared to other animals. Frontal lobes relating with making decision, plan ahead, and keep doing the good work, we can kind of sustain and control our body. Yeah, those are relating with the frontal lobe. So from now on, I'm gonna go one by one, more details. So you have a time to write here. Occipital lobe, starting from the occipital lobe, it's a lower back part of your brain involved in vision. So keep thinking about your story. When you drive to Tulsa, when you drive to San Antonio, when you drive to Destin, you need to see, yeah, front occipital, my occipital lobe is activating, so I can kind of see and keep going, yeah, driving, kind of helps you, right? Okay, and temporal lobe, if you're looking at the temporal lobe, those yellow part, yeah, temporal lobe, it's relating with your hearing, and also understanding speech, not production, but understanding speech, Wernicke area. So near there, maybe I will show them one here. Yeah, if you're kind of looking here, those are Wernicke area right here. Those are near your ear, temporal lobe, relating with your hearing and also relating with your language comprehension. Yeah, language comprehension. Those Wernicke area is located temporal lobe. Do you remember Paul Broca? It was like in the beginning of chapter 2, Paul Broca, French doctor, and Broca area. If something wrong with your Broca area in your brain, you cannot speak. Language production cannot be. So those are Broca area is frontal lobe. But we are talking about temporal lobe right now. So Wernicke area, if something wrong with the Wernicke area, you cannot understand. So you may say words, ba, gu, du, bu, pu, yeah, but it doesn't make sense, right? So if something wrong and broken those Wernicke area, language comprehension is not complete. So here, somewhere here, located in the temporal lobe, so we call it Wernicke aphasia. So aphasia means you cannot understand those words, something wrong, doesn't function properly. Those are Wernicke aphasia, the name of that person's name. Find it out, that area. Okay, so Broca area. So parietal lobe, I'm going to go back to Broca area one more time. So parietal lobe, can you touch on top of your head? Yeah, those are parietal lobe relating with your perception and sensation because it does have a somatosensory cortex. So those are on top of your brain. If you're looking at the orange part, those are cortex. Sensory cortex. Somato means body, so somatosensory cortex. Body sensory cortex. So if something wrong with those orange part on your brain, parietal lobe, maybe you do not feel any sensation. Looking at here weird picture, it looks a little weird, right? Imagine little tiny fly try to kind of fly around and landing on your nose. Can you sense it? Yeah, a little fly try to kind of landing on nose. Yeah. So sensation portion will be huge because very sensitive on your nose, on your cheek, and your lip area and eye part, your face. So looking at here, face, that portion, this much. But imagine like a little tiny fly try to landing on your ankle. Yeah, try to landing on your torso. And on your thigh, yeah. So if you're looking at here, those leg, hip, torso, only this much, the portion wise. Do you see those portion? Yeah, those are picture and drawing. So those are small portion. So sensation part is much larger. Your face and your hands, like a thumb. Yeah, thumb and the index fingers and all here. It's more sensation you feel comparing to your ankle and torso. And yeah, so if you can look at the portion wise, and if something wrong with those maybe lip and face, it's exactly right here. That area doesn't work well. That's why you cannot feel any sensation. Maybe something wrong those leg, right here on top, near more like a top right there, has a certain broken, maybe it doesn't function. That's why you cannot feel any sensation, like the leg portion or maybe torso. So that's interesting. So we do have those somatosensory cortex where parietal lobe, okay? So next one is frontal lobe, underline, very important. So frontal lobe relating with, it's a forehead, yeah, thus relating with executive control. You make a decision and control your environment and make a plan ahead and try to do your best. So those are prefrontal cortex and frontal cortex. Prefrontal cortex, it's kind of top part of the frontal cortex. It's really important. When you're thinking about when you are going through junior high and high school, anybody you feel like I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't say that word to my friends. Maybe I shouldn't gone there.Maybe I shouldn't have those maybe friends. Maybe they are not that good friends. Maybe I should go. I should have studied more. Anybody some regretful, making decision wise? Yeah, when you're kind of going through junior high and high school, but we should really fully understand them, because when you're going through junior high and high school, prefrontal lobe is still developing, not finished. People say prefrontal lobe is developing until age 25. Maybe, but even after that, still developing. I know you are, everybody seems like before your age range is maybe 18 through 25. Yeah, so most of you, I believe, so still developing, which means when you study harder, focusing on my lecture, maybe other instructors' lecture, your prefrontal lobe is still developing. It's not done yet. So, keep having hope, and you can increase your brain capacity and your intelligence. So let's kind of work hard, yeah. But when you are in junior high and high school, rapidly developing those prefrontal lobe. So sometimes we do not make a good decision as an adolescent. But as an adult, we need to understand them. So they may regret later on, but at the moment, they just want to do, they just feel like to do that. Anybody? Yeah, you have those moments when you're kind of going through junior high and high school? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't said that word to my mom. Still, it hurts my mom. Possibly, yeah. But your mom will understand, already forgive you. Because, if she understands, when you're going through junior high and high school, brain development is not fully developed. Prefrontal lobe, especially, it's rapidly developing during those adolescent period. So that frontal lobe is really an important area, and voluntary movement. Motor cortex is there. Do you remember the parietal lobe? It does have somatosensory cortex, but frontal lobe does have motor cortex. So the same thing, motor cortex. Can you move your index finger? Yes. Hello, how are you today? You can do so many things. Yeah, dexterity is there. Anybody, you play piano? You can play piano in this class? No? I learned, playing piano when I was in elementary school. So I can muscle memory. I have several songs I can kind of play. Those are all the dexterity-wise. If you're looking at this portion, your fingers and thumb and hands, big portion. Hands like this portion. Yeah, all the, making a movement, that portion. If you're thinking about knee and hip and torso and shoulder and arm and elbow, very tiny. Because everybody, can you try to move and wiggle your fingers? Yeah, try to wiggle your toes. I cannot see you, but try to wiggle your toes. Much harder. Yeah, much harder, yeah. And flexibility is much less, right? So if you're looking at this portion of motor cortex, your face, yeah, and your hands, fingers, we have more flexibility. Dexterity is there comparing to your hip and knee and toes. Right here, like a tiny portion comparing to your hands, yeah? So those are interesting. You can kind of visually see how does it work. Okay, here, what happens in your brain when you watch movies and TV? Anybody, you love watching TV and movie, Netflix? Yeah. So during those winter break, maybe snow break, did you watch some video, like some, Netflix? Yeah. Can you recommend any good drama or movie recently you've been watching through the Netflix? Yeah? Jaden? Yeah, if you don't mind. Good one? Is it good? Oh. Is it scary? I do not like a scary movie. It's not scary. It's really good. Maybe I need to watch. Yeah. How about Sam?
I watched a couple of documentaries about this guy named D.B. Cooper. He was like a spy basically.
Oh.
He was on a plane and he asked for a ransom for money.
Okay.
And then they landed the plane, gave him the money, and then they took back off, and then he jumped out of the back of the plane, and
Uh-huh.
the parachute never to be found again, and they never, like, identified him or anything.
Oh no, wow, yeah. So thank you for sharing. Maybe I need to watch that one too. So, I mean, kind of a good amount of watching TV and movie, that would be good. But when you watch too much, always too much is not good, right? Too much exposure to those TV and movie when you are young, realize those area frontal lobe is thicker than other kids, and that's not good relating with your brain function later on. And also sometimes certain area of certain brain, when you live in poverty area for a long time, and realize, we do see like inside the brain, those hippocampus area relating with those memory function, that area is a little shrinkened if you live for a long time in the poverty area. And also if you are very stressful situation, your limbic system overall, it can be smaller than anybody else. So later on, because we can see the inside of your brain, we can kind of tell, which area is more activating, maybe less activating. We can kind of tell about more brain function. So at this moment, I'm gonna give you time to work together with your partner, because since we learned all the brain function, right? All the brain function, let's finish our brain activities while you drive a car. I will give you time. So work together. Who is next to you? Write down your name, and talking about all the area here, and then back side. So before that, let's checking on, since we are all in the same page. I'm checking all the each function of the brain and thinking about brain. Where are you going? I know you're going to Tulsa and Destin and some other places. You don't need to write your own story. You can make one story together, with your partner. That's okay. But you need to upload your portion through the Blackboard. Maybe you can give it to me. Okay, you can give it to me, or maybe upload your portion. Take a picture, maybe write down, and then upload through the Blackboard. That's kind of first assignment. So cerebellum. Anybody, would you like to talk about function of the cerebellum? First one.
It, like, controls your involuntary movement.
Yeah, keep going. Yes, very good. So thinking about that, we are driving. How does your cerebellum is activating? Medulla. What's the function of medulla?
Functions like breathing, swallowing, and heart rate.
Very good. Thank you so much. Reticular formation. What's the function?
Alertness.
Very good. You are driving. Suddenly, a car is kind of cut into your line. How would you feel? Reticular formation may activating, right? How about thalamus? Thalamus? Try to kind of touch,
Main sensory processing center involved with attention and movement.
Very good. How about hypothalamus? Under thalamus, hypothalamus?
It's homeostasis.
Very good. Make your body, go back to kind of beginning stages, like thirsty, quenched, and, hungry. If you eat certain food, it will be okay later on, right? How about amygdala? Relating with your motivation and fear and emotion. Very good. How about hippocampus? You need to remember this one, at least this one. Hippocampus.
Learning, memory.
Very good. Learning and memory. How about CC? Corpus callosum.
Connects the right and the left hemisphere.
Do you remember the split brain patient? They cannot say those words if kind of see the left vision area, right? Because it's a severed, completely separate. How about frontal lobe? Frontal cortex function.
Thinking, planning.
Executive role, very important function of your brain as a human being. Parietal lobe, what was the main thing? Parietal lobe, touching on the top of your brain.
Touch, sensation.
Very good. How about occipital lobe? Maybe on the back side of your head, occipital lobe.
Vision.
Vision, very good. You do see those are activating your occipital lobe, right? Temporal lobe near your ears. Yeah, hearing, relating hearing. Very good. So on the back side, are you ready to create your own story? Yeah. So I will, kind of go around and try to help you. I know you two try to make a story together. So where you are going? Chick-fil-A in Tulsa area?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Are you right now?
Did you maybe kind of work? Did you already make a story or already make
We're working on it.
Oh, working on it. Okay, maybe.
So kinda like change it up a
Hey,
little. So I put
I'm sorry, her Karen, right? Her Karen? Hey Karen, if you don't mind, could you maybe come front and work together with her? Yeah, so her Karen will be your partner and then making a one story and you can kind of present together, okay? So Jaden and Emma, where are you going? Corpus Christi, you're the Corpus Christi, I remember, okay?
Oh, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, how about Bailey and what's your name? Abby. So Bailey and Abby, where are you going?
My partner were going to Destin.
Plug it in the
Nesting,
maps
so this
from
is
here
the
to
nesting room, yeah, okay.
Well, I was with her and then she was with the other girl, but they're
Oh,
both not here,
okay.
so yeah.
Is it okay to work together there? Yeah? Okay, good. Awesome.
Jaden, Emma decided to go to Corpus Christi. Frontal lobe.
frontal lobe.
Oh, we're going to.
Frontal lobe. Using the frontal lobe.
I don't know.
So,
They leave from RSU and as they're driving. What is that? They use their cell phone.
So luckily, I'll work it worse.
Yeah, I think it's
And then. Who's on? Hypothalamus, we start to feel hungry. Thirsty, yeah, and we stop at McDonald's.
It's really easy. It's really hard.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
we're using frontal lobe. Right, so
I guess we
Is it maybe?
we're driving, so we're gonna be mostly using our cerebral management.
Do, you know?
looking at
So we're gonna be thinking a lot. Maybe we have to go through a bypass or something. Like some investigative things.
get
Put our
into a
way
rest, but general attention, alertness, we use our brain. Our formation. Almost break.
Right, you can add some stuff or change it if you want.
We see a car driving really good. Don't.
quite hard.
Okay, what happened? So we stopped and got Chick-fil-A. The car almost hit us. We start muscular.
Okay, you want to some story? Oh, thank you. So maybe you can try to put,
Like we're
you already put all the functions
leaving
too. Yeah,
here,
so maybe you can try to use together. Yeah, and we're gonna
Okay.
stopping at
mini group.
Chick-fil-A.
I'm gonna give it a try.
And okay, so
Not
that
today,
was
but-
recommended.
Okay, so we don't have to use like every single one.
Story.
Let me
Can I have your antique?
if you don't know.
Should I do that online or should I?
Online is fine, and so you can.
Clearly and
Does it have to
Okay, should I write it down for the next
add
class?
to it just so.
You're working right now, so if you want, you can write.
Okay.
Yeah, you can write here, right now. So everybody's kind of doing what.
Our maps stopped working.
Newspapers,
Yeah.
kind of writing
So
here,
we
so.
get there from memory.
Write it down and then
Or
you,
is it the reticular?
but make sure you need to fill in that portion too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Do we have to use like all of these?
So try to use as much as possible, as much as possible. That's why I maybe let you remember all the part of the brain because we know how to drive. So remember when you drive, oh, my brain is activating. So you can remember better later on.
I don't.
Okay, so we've already used this one. Where are we now?
Our map stopped working.
So,
So we use our hippocampus to get there. How about we use our hippocampus? Where we are. So we use our hippocampus to get to a gas station and start gas.
again, using our hippocampus.
No, we just use brakes. Oh, and we use our amygdala to get to the gas station because we're motivated to go get gas.
Go to Gaming Street here in town. They usually have like
And then, we're so close to the beach. We can see it. That's our
Yeah, we start.
oh nice.
additional.
Oh, it's
That came out with some fines.
heck yeah.
Notifications.
This is Kanye Jackson. Sure. This has some cool designs.
We use our temporal of how that we're staying in a cute little village beach.
Yeah, I don't have a pen, so I was just looking through.
Because our maps don't work.
Oh, you need to
To ask for directions.
You can use this one if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's like
Right down here.
it's like the rats, like from talking about. Editing it just ever so slightly.
Did you already do that one?
No, but we get to our house and we're excited, so our heartbeat.
Our heart breathing. Yes.
Our destination and people
Have we used our thalamus?
We talk together. Where would you like to go then?
Okay.
She said,
And then we get into our hotel cabin.
drive though.
And we realize it's
Yeah.
super
So
hot.
from Claremont to
So now we have to process how to work the
what would
AC.
happen? Yeah, when you kind of, you make a decision that's relating with your brain function.
Yeah.
Frontal lobe is activating, making a decision. I mean, there are so many destinations, but you chose Louisiana, right? So you can kind of write down frontal lobe is activating,
Then-
and after so you can kind of parentheses, kind of
Hypothalamus,
explain in that way, yeah?
hypothalamus.
So we are going to Louisiana. And my frontal lobe is activating, we make a decision to go to Louisiana.
I don't
On
know.
the way
Yeah, I
to
don't either.
Louisiana, you feel hungry. I mean, be creative. It doesn't need to be beer thing, yeah.
Okay,
So
and
we
then
feel hungry, so we stopped
super
at
hot.
McDonald's
now
or
we see
touch and
Chick-fil-A
perception
because
with
they want
sensation.
good Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A,
So we
yeah.
go to the
So you
beach.
order certain food and it's really tasting good. Hypothalamus
Then-
activating because you feel
Well, we have to
hungry.
figure out.
Hunger is relating the hypothalamus, right? So be creative and try to make
Beach.
your
We
own
have to
story.
And we get
If it's
stung
possible, bring all the, definition
Stung by
of
the
those.
stingray. And then we're aiming
Yeah,
big
100%. Yeah.
javelins.
And it's like.
Where do you
And then we
see?
run
Where
back
do
to
you
the
see
house.
amygdala? Where do you see?
We can use it again.
Do we use everything?
Do I just find like
Granny stuff.
yeah.
We're at the beach and then
We see a shark or we see a stingray, so we're scared.
Yes. Also not too long ago, I've been to the one in Dallas before.
And go.
Okay.
The one in Dallas was.
We go back home and we're so tired.
Which one's the title?
Their place too. What's your order? When you go there, what's your favorite? I like a chicken bowl, like a chicken burrito bowl. It's my chicken burrito instead of bread. Because I do not like those tortilla outside, but I really like usually chicken burrito whole. They're gonna give more vegetables and they have more space. I kind of order those bowl instead of bread because it's really hard to read.
I used to do that for work and it was the most infuriating thing of all time. Like when you had to like wrap up a burrito in front of someone because you're like, oh crap. It might bust everywhere. You know what? I have to
They are
restart.
so highly trained, I guess. They can rap so quickly.
It's a science.
Oh, it's a science.
It's a science.
It's a science.
It's crazy, yeah.
What is your favorite things to order there?
I got a lot of stuff to it. Two tortillas to wrap it up because it's so big.
The double wrap. The double wrap.
So, chicken or maybe chicken? I think chicken is the best, tender.
Their
Steak is too tender.
chicken's has some good seasoning on it.
I love chicken. That's a good place to go.
Yes, yeah.
Aiden, the AYDDEN.
You're doing well. Yeah, awesome.
Money,
Do you work? You're in the car.
What's this? Oh my god,
Yeah.
because they're paying us.
Are we allowed to like type it out and then
It's like
upload
once
it?
every week,
Okay, so I have bullet points.
since we don't got nobody
Me. Is that Snap? I
sponsors.
very rarely go on Snap.
So you're going to Corpus Christi?
Chips,
I went to several times. I used to.
gallon of milk.
So it was, I mean, I used to be in Austin, Texas, so it was like a 3.5 hours driving, I think, Corpus Christi. Yeah, it was really.
I've been
crazy.
there once with some family
It
friends
was
and it was really fun. Yeah,
really
I enjoyed it.
I've never been.
What industry
First time.
would you choose?
I literally texted you and I was like,
Yeah.
It's the easiest place.
That's my bad.
Yes, yes.
This is a good option if you want it. It's just busy all the time.
How far is the law so far?
I'm turning your computer off.
25-minute drive. Just depends on the day. Shoot, man, I drive it 3 times a week. It eats my gas up though. Drive like.
Okay, maybe I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes, and then we are gonna do other activities together. And then I'm gonna give you more time. It seems like you didn't finish yet. More time next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday at the end of the class, I'm gonna give you more time so you can kind of finish your whole story, right? So I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes. And luckily, we have one group finished their story, so maybe we can listen to.
No, we're not
yeah?
done yet.
Or
We're not done yet.
not today, okay, not today. Yeah, they're still working on it, so next Tuesday, let's kind of hear all your story next Tuesday, okay? Yeah, so I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes, so you can kind of wrap it up, yeah? We will do other things, okay? But I'm sure, yeah, I promise, I'm gonna give you more time next Tuesday. But I'm so proud of you. Most of you, at least you know what you need to do. Try to include all the possible brain function and activities into your story, right? And be creative. Let's say, I go to Corpus Christi. I've never done dolphin watching or maybe like swimming, but you just kind of wrote down it. So using your imagination, I swim and enjoy those dolphin show. So occipital lobe is activating, your cerebellum is activating because you keep swimming and keep swimming. Your shark is follow you, so you need to keep swimming and keep swimming. That's relating with the cerebellum too. So think about it and be creative. It's okay. Yeah. So, okay. Okay, I think I passed like 2 minutes. So brain plasticity, yeah, let's kind of do like a more those content a little bit. Yeah, since you're having fun together with your partner who is next to you. So brain plasticity. So what does that mean, brain plasticity? That means when you are young, the younger, the better. Yeah, plain plasticity. If you're thinking about plastic is moldable and changeable. Yeah, plasticity. That means if it happened to you when you are young, somehow you have some car accident and brain injury, and part of your brain, left hemisphere, is broken as a young child. We know left hemisphere is relating with your language understanding, comprehension, and language production, right? But when it happened when you're very young, age 3 and 4, your right hemisphere is picking up those role of language comprehension and production. So compensate the role of the left hemisphere. So even right hemisphere, it does relating with language production and comprehension. If it happened very young. But if it happened like we are old enough, like 25 and 30, it will not happen quickly in that way. But brain does have plasticity. If something happened and broken area of left hemisphere when you are young, very age, maybe 3 and 4, your right hemisphere can pick it up and compensate those roles. So that's really amazing. Brain is associate each other and working together. Let's do this one. This is interesting too. If everybody try to do like A, I know you're all sitting down, but maybe try to kind of A position, maybe A, kind of bowing down. A, very good, very good. How about B position? B position, maybe cross your arm. Yeah, cross your arm. And like a kind of standing form. Yeah, very good, very good. If you're looking at A position, kind of putting your hands together and like this, bowing down. Yeah, versus kind of B position. I'm good, like this. Yeah, kind of cross your arms. Which photo, which picture you feel like better? I mean, if you choose only one, position A. Seems like more rewarding and good, and maybe I prefer to looking at A position. Raise your hand. Okay, yeah. How about B position? B position. Yeah, more kind of, looks like a more confident, I think. Yeah, B position. Yeah, couple of you. Yeah, kind of mixed. Yeah, A and B. It's interesting. Brain plasticity. We've been talking about brain plasticity. So brain can changeable and moldable. If you live in the very stressful situation, certain area of your brain doesn't function or maybe shrunken the size-wise. Yeah. And also, if you get some psychotherapy, so psychotherapy is talking therapy, counseling, and therapy, yeah, even after therapy, those brain function maybe has been changed after getting therapy for 2 years and maybe 3 years, maybe long years of therapy. Even though you did not do any surgery inside the brain, those portion can be expanded, yeah, and maybe broken area can be recovered, yeah. So one of the thing is, if you kind of growing up individualistic culture, which is American culture, Canadian culture, yeah, more focusing on individual, yeah, those status. Sometimes those collectivistic culture, when you kind of growing up, group value, family value can be ahead. So interesting thing is, if you're kind of growing up more individualistic culture, like a dominance position is right here, they feel like a more kind of prepared to looking at this like a B position. B position, yeah. So I'm feeling like a much better, like a B position. Maybe looks like a little confident, yeah. And if you're kind of looking at A position, if you're kind of growing up more collectivistic culture, like a family value sometimes is ahead than individual value, they may feel more comfortable and prefer to choose A position, more kind of polite, yeah, kind of polite, and sincere. Yeah, that kind of position. So it's interesting, but I realize I've been asking that question whenever I teach the introduction to psychology. It can be depending on, not necessarily individualistic and collectivistic cultural background, but most of my students, they prefer to looking at B position as a better, feeling better position. Do you kind of agree with that? I think most of you kind of raise your hand that part, the B position, but depending on too. So this is really interesting. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink water. Okay. So I want to say brain plasticity. Brain does have a function. It can be changeable and moldable. So surrounded by good people and surrounded by good lecture and content, your brain is still developing. Your prefrontal lobe is still developing rapidly. So believe yourself. Sometimes you feel like I cannot do that. Maybe I'm lack of my knowledge and ability. No. Actually, your brain is developing, still developing rapidly. So trust yourself. You can do whatever you set up the goal. You can do that. You can be a nurse. You can be a professor. You can get a PhD, wherever you want to, focusing on. So trust yourself. Brain is still developing, even though maybe you do not have not that good brain when you are young. It can be changeable. Brain plasticity. Okay, good, awesome. Okay, next one. This one is nervous system. Do you remember we kind of starting from the neuron? One neuron, yeah. Remember, what do we call that part? Receiving part. Do you remember? Receiving information from another neuron. Receiving part, like a branch. Like a dendrite, yeah, dendrite, very good, very good. And those are cell soma, make this cell alive, and kind of stretching out your arm. Those are sending part. What's the sending part? We call it?
It's the axon.
Very good, very good. Axon, it's an axon. If you're looking at here, axon is insulated with yellow part. What do we call those yellow part? Myelin sheath, very good, very good. What's the function of a myelin sheath? Insulate, protect, and speed up. Speed, you're kind of jumping and jumping, those sending those signal. Very good. So we've been talking about neuron, and also the next part we've been talking about brain, inside of your brain and function of your brain. So now we will talk about nervous system. So nervous system, we do have two systems, CNS. Have you ever heard about like a CNS? What does the CNS stand for? Central nervous system. So CNS cover your brain. Can you touch your brain? It's precious, your brain. Brain and spinal cord. Spinal cord and brain, those are CNS, central nervous system. So except your brain and spinal cord, everywhere else, can you do like a butterfly motion? Yeah, those are peripheral nervous system, PNS. So PNS stands for peripheral nervous system, peripheral nervous system. So under CNS, we are going to memorize the whole system. Yeah, so kind of looking at here, maybe I'm going to recheck next Tuesday. So that's the best way. When you try to remember certain things, repeat, rehearsal. The terminology rehearsal, you say again and again and again, rehearsal, kind of see again, expose one more time, right? So I'm going to go over today, and then I'm going to show next Tuesday again, right? So you will remember better. So nervous system, we have two systems, CNS, central nervous system. And under the central nervous system, what do we have? Yeah, brain and spinal cord. Rest of the other area, we call it PNS. What does the PNS stand for? Peripheral nervous system. So here, those are all area is peripheral nervous system. Under peripheral nervous system, we do have two systems, somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. When you hear somatic, what comes into your mind? You can move more freely, voluntarily, you can kind of move. Under somatic nervous system, we already learned these two, sensory system and motor system. Everybody, can you touch? Yeah, on your desk? Yeah. So you see those sensation. Heart, yeah, this is like a heart, yeah. It's kind of sending those signal to your brain. Access to your brain, afferent. Those are sensory system. And your brain will command you, Sarah, don't touch it too harsh, it's too sharp, right? So those are motor system. Motor system, exit to your muscle and gland. Those are motor system. So somatic system, you can lift your arm, freely, kind of control your body movement. Under somatic nervous system, we do have two systems, sensory system and motor system. Okay, and the other side, autonomic nervous system, you cannot control, but under that, sympathetic division and parasympathetic division. Yeah, so pupil dilation, and your heartbeat, it's an autonomic nervous system. You cannot control. It's kind of happen in your body, right? Yeah. So next Tuesday, we will talk about this nervous system and finish your driving story. Is it good? Yeah. Have a great day. Thank you for coming. You made it today. I'm so glad. Yeah. Okay.
So for the discussion.